Hi, my name is Horst Drescher, founder of Wing Chun Dao in the town Rheine in Western Germany in the province close to the Netherlands border. And this is my first video in English regarding to a video I've seen from Eli Montaguu, and this is my answer. My English is not the best. I hope you can follow me, and sorry for my bad pronunciation because I haven't got so many opportunities to speak English. So this video is my answer to a topic Eli discussed in a recent video. Hand techniques that might work or not regarding to the hammer fist or the hammer palm. And the question in his second video was, is there a scientific explanation of making it better, and is there an advantage of the hammer fist to the hammer palm? And my answer was in a comment, you are wrong, making the wrong assumption. And according to this, from my point of view, there is no advantage in between of the fist or the palm, because they work the same way. And I promised to make a video on that, just to explain why it is, and hopefully yeah, you can see what my point of view is. Let's talk about structure. I made a short distinction. Structure is the anatomy of my body, especially in this topic, the anatomy of the hand and the fist. Structure in motion is technique application. So when we consider this factor of dynamics, we have to talk about kinetic energy, which is going back and forth, which can cause damage to my hand or my fist. So application must know how to do it. So we have to talk about proper coordination. So in a known book, you should know Eli from your father, Eli Montaguu in 1993, Dimmak, Death Point Striking, on page 67. There is a hint how to use the palm. There is said, it is also important that the striking area of your palm is that hard-boned bit on the right side of your left palm when it's facing you, figure 33. It is just here. So it is this bit of the palm. And in Wing Chun there is a saying that, just like this, the fist hits with 3 points and the hand hits with a triangle. So we have got 3 points on the fist and we have got a triangle in the hand. And when you look, this triangle, this hard-boned piece on the edge of my palm, is the prolongation of my forearm, and it goes straight onto the other side of the last knuckle. So when we're talking about kinetic energy, when we are just using a punch or a hand, the transfer of kinetic energy through my arm is just from here to here. So the usage of palm striking and fist striking is just the same way of transferring energy. It is just a different point of contact. It is here and it is here. So in this sense it doesn't make not much difference how to use a punch or a palm. That's my point. Now the first wrong assumption is that we are using the hammer fist in a different way. So you had, one moment, you had this example with a plate. When we are going just onto this way, making a hammer fist instead of this one, you are right. The kinetic energy we are using is going this way. This way, and it comes up the same way back. That's the point. So there is an assumption that the usage of the hammer palm is different than the usage of the hammer fist, and that's the point where I think this is wrong. So you said in your video that it is just this muscular thing which protects this small little bone inside my hand here. So when I get this point here and hit very hard, and supposing it might go wrong to the wrong place, to the wrong target, a hard forehead, it gets damaged because of getting all this energy way back straight into the fist, and then maybe this thing will break. The other topic you said in this example with this plate was when maybe, supposing you are going the wrong distance, the hammer fist is coming down this way and gets hurt on the knuckle, on the edge of the fist here. This is a second wrong assumption, that a hammer fist might be straight and stiff. It is not. So this sort of training is common. I knew it from my time in Karate Do, in Goju-Ryu Karate since 1986 or 87, when I started my martial arts training. It is the common way of explaining the hammer fist, and my training partner was holding the Makiwara like this, and we just had to train a hard hammer fist. So that's the common way to do it. But in this book, on page 46, there is another hint how to use a hand. Throw a punch, not the normal closed fist punch using tension, but rather the internal loose punch, only closing upon impact for that split second. So it is common that in the martial arts internal styles of Tai Chi and Bagua, Wing Chun is not considered as an internal art, but the way to do it and the way to transfer energy is common knowledge. So the energy which comes back can only hurt the palm or the fist when it is stiff and when it is straight. When you loose it up, you can transfer energy in, but at the moment where it is getting loose, the kinetic energy which is coming back dissipates, so there is no point where the energy can hurt the knuckle. According to your assumption that it is straight, in difference to the hand you are explaining, you can use this one just to bring out, to bend the hand, to bring out the vulnerable points out of harm's way. So the same argument you can use for your fist, for your hammer fist. When you suppose that you are not using this point here instead of this point, you can use a hammer fist, and the natural flex in this direction in your wrist can also bring the knuckle or the bones out of harm's way. So the usage of this hammer fist and the hammer palm is just the same. It is not the point how far it is going out of harm's way. It is just a millimeter where the energy can hurt the knuckle. So it is a difference between using this one and using this one. So that's the same. It is the same application. So how to do it properly? That's the point. This is pure physics. This is pure analytics. So the last point, we have to point out how to do it. When we point it out, hand and fist is the same usage, same transfer of energy. We have to consider this one. An energy creates an opposite energy at the moment where it gets to the point. So immediately when you hit your target, you get the same amount of energy back. That's pure physics. So when we look at our natural eye-hand coordination, we have got a target, we aim with our fist, and then we go straight into it. That's the natural way to do it. Supposing that anybody is doing it with his hammer fist, yeah, you are right, you get the same amount of energy back, and then it may cause damage to your hand. So the same thing could happen with an open palm when you get the wrong target at the wrong place and whatever. So this might happen to any sort of punching when it is going wrong. So this has to be considered when talking about having an advantage from the hand to the fist, or counterwise, it doesn't matter, it's just the same. So how to avoid this one? I've got an example with this ball. I hope you can follow me when I am going this way. So suppose I've got a kinetic energy and it is going straight into the wall. It is just coming back. When I spin it a little bit, it changes the direction immediately. So when you spin an energy, it is not coming back the same way you got into. So this is a split second. It is more than a split second. In tennis there had been a measurement for how long the ball contacts the string when making a stroke. So it is, I guess, I don't know exactly, it is 0.00224. So the contact of transferring energy and back is more than less a thousandth of a second. So when we consider this theory of internal martial arts creating spiral energy, so in Wing Chun we have got this term of Pun Sao, the rolling arm. When we look at our anatomy, when we are using our hands and fists for transferring energy, the rolling part is from here to here when isolating my hands from the rest of your body. So this short range of spinning to each side makes it possible to hit hard and not get the energy back. So I am here on my dummy and I will show it. This is the point of contact. Starting here, I can use a palm, I can use a fist, I can go this way, I can go this way, this way, this way, this way, this way, this way. So it hurts, but it doesn't break. So this was a short example on application. It was not the hardest way to punch at the dummy, and this question, is it applicable, is yes. It is not about hitting as hard as possible. Why? When we have got facing a human enemy, a human opponent, and we have to react instantly to come to a self-defense street fight situation where we have to finish a fight. I don't think about, oh, which hand should I use, or is the fist better than the hand. It is just routine and it is just experience that it doesn't make any difference. Human body is limited. The amount of energy I need to knock somebody out is to a certain amount of energy necessary when I suppose I need a strike in a range of 10 until my enemy is going down. It doesn't matter if I use 12, 40, 60 on the scale or 100 on the scale. Over 10 he is finished. So according to the natural limitations of the human body, it is not necessary to go as hard as Drago in Rocky, who is measuring his poundage of any strikes and getting better and better on this. It is not the point, because we are limited and the body is reacting to any sort of impact. So the internal arts are designed to create a method for smaller people like me against bigger guys. So how should I come to a realistic application of my martial art when I would be dependent on the maximum of force I can generate. It is more about doing it correctly, doing it better than the others, and just to know how to do it. So I hope this video pointed out where I made my statement about making wrong assumption, and I hope I could get a proper solution for this. Thanks for watching.